Elizabeth Nicole Rodriguez,
Okay, and the name of your child in this case and their age?
and she is 13 months.
Okay, when was she born?
February 20th, 2024.
And are you requesting any change to the child's last name today?
No,
And where does the child currently live?
with me.
Okay, and who makes the important decisions for your child?
I do.
Who takes the child to the doctor?
I do.
Is your child in daycare at all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who takes the child to daycare?
I do.
Okay, who makes the decision of where she goes to daycare?
I do.
Okay. Do you have any concerns with Mr. Campos being involved or making these decisions for Olivia?
Uh, no, I have communicated when she has doctor's appointments. He does not show up. I was nice enough to put him on the pickup list for daycare and to be involved in the app that they use for just communication, just so that there's no miscommunication on where she goes, um, and how much I pay.
Okay. And are you aware of what Mr. Campos's criminal case is?
For which one?
The one with his sentencing on May 1st?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Is there any recent activity between you and Mr. Campos? Well, here, I'm gonna rephrase. Is there any history of family violence between you and Mr. Campos?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell the court a little bit about that?
It was May 2024. He was upset that I was seeing somebody else, showed up. Things got violent, and I called the cops because he got violent with my newborn in my hands, and then my other two children were there, and I had just got done with a custody battle with them, because their dad did not want him around them. So
Okay. And you said the police were called?
yes, ma'am.
There was a police report?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Um, and what you said that there was violence involved. What was that?
He slapped me with the baby in my hands.
And was CPS ever involved in this case?
Yeah, I believe so, yes, because the other two children were involved as well.
Okay, do you know what happened with that CPS involvement?
They just came to do a home visit, and then we got a letter stating that everything was fine. Because
So
of
the
the fact
case,
that I moved back home with my parents.
okay. So the CPS case was dismissed or closed?
Both, yes, closed and dismissed.
So would you have any concerns with dad knowing where you live, your home address, or your phone number?
Um, he knows my phone number. I did give that to him. We went through a parenting app as well, but he took advantage of it. As far as my home address, I never once ever gave that to him. How he knows my home address, I don't know, but he does know my home address.
Okay, so if you ever moved, do you have concerns with him, knowing where you live if you've moved?
Yes.
Okay, and is it due to this incident on May of 2024?
Plenty other incidents after, as far as he's shown up to restaurants where I never mentioned where I was. Just the other night, he knew where I was. I never communicated to him where I was. He knows where I'm at. So there's been police reports as well, as far as he's shown up, because after the incident of the assault back in May, there was a condition of bond stating that he was not allowed to contact me, make threats, show up, or anything like that. And in December, he took it too far and showed up to a restaurant where I was and caused a scene. I had to call the police because I was on the highway, and I admitted that I guess I was in a panic, so I didn't properly put my daughter in the car seat. And so I wanted an officer to basically pull over with me so that way he didn't pull over as well. So then that's pretty much what happened. They told me where to exit because there was a police officer there so that I can get out and put her in the car seat properly. And
Okay.
then since it's just a matter of, again, how he knows where my parents live, I don't know. I never gave him the address ever.
Okay. How long have these instances of, maybe harassment and violence been going on?
I would say December. He was doing better and fine. We were doing fine. We were doing better. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that he could watch our daughter without the girlfriend there or without any kind of argument. But it always just leads to I have to be back within he wants to know exactly, like, there's been times where I have 2 hours. There's been 3 occasions where I've agreed to meet him at a public place, and then he turns his location on to prove that he is showing up, but then it turns off, and then he gives me the I'm sick, I'm gonna go home, never mind. Or there was an occasion where he dropped her off at my parents' house because he had plans.
Okay. So since you're saying that the harassment and violence has maybe been going on since December of 2024?
Yes.
Okay. Um, and do you and Mr. Campos have a visitation schedule worked out?
No, I've attempted to do Thursdays because my other 2 daughters go with their dad on Thursdays, so I figured it would just be easier to do everybody's meetup at once. I'm not saying get rid of my kids all at once, but it just makes it easier because I do live on the outskirts of Austin. I have to meet the other girl's dad in Austin, so it just makes it a lot easier to go to Austin one time.
Okay, when was the last time Mr. Campos visited your child?
He was able to get her this past Thursday, so a week ago.
Okay, and so are you requesting today's supervised visits on Thursdays?
If he has a different day, I can work with that. I don't mind. I just
A routine custody Q&A suddenly shifts toward darker territory.
was hoping to do Thursdays again because it makes it easier to drive into Austin.
I think she froze, Judge.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Maybe give it a second. Uh-oh. Ms. Rodriguez?
She dropped. I think she's back now.
I see it. I'm waiting for audio to connect. Okay, Ms. Rodriguez, it looks like you're back in here. Yeah, you're unmuting and starting your video again. You froze
Yes,
again
the phone number. I know, I'm sorry.
for 10 or 20
Okay,
seconds. Okay.
I'll just restate my last question. Um, you are requesting supervised visits on Thursdays, is that correct?
I'm mainly requesting supervised visits, period. If he picks
Okay.
another day out of the week, that's fine.
Okay, do you have a time frame for those supervised visits?
Considering if it's during the weekday, I don't know what time he gets off work. I'm willing to negotiate the time, the day, as long as it's supervised.
Do you have a preference on the time?
Um, Again, if it's weekday, preferably after 5 o'clock. If it's during the weekend, I can negotiate.
Okay. Do you have a place for supervision in mind?
I was hoping possibly almost like a visitation center, only because again, my family won't supervise it, and I don't think his family will either.
And do you feel uncomfortable with meeting at a third location, a public location, and having him, having yourself supervise these visitations?
I would prefer not to.
Okay.
And
Do
I
you
only
know of
say
any?
that just because, I'm sorry, I only say that just because when I'm around, she's only linked onto me. And I mean, if he wants his visitations, I want her to actually be comfortable going with him and getting to know him better and not having me there interfering.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to move on to some health insurance questions, okay? Is your child on private health insurance currently?
No, she's on Medicaid, I believe.
Do you have private health insurance available at all?
For myself?
Correct. Or that you could put your child on?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Is that
no, I'm sorry. My insurance is only covered till the end of the month, actually.
okay? Let's see here. Judge, I think that's all I have for Miss Rodriguez. Nothing further.
Okay, let's just move on to Mr. Campos and see where we get.
Okay, Mr. Campos, can you please state your name for the record?
Agustin Campos?
Okay, do you have any other children?
Yes.
Okay, do you have court orders, court-ordered support payments for those children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what are those children, what are your children's ages?
14. I have who's 12 and I have 2, about to be 3.
Are you requesting the last name of your child before the court today, requesting her last name be changed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, to what?
Just Campos.
You know what? I didn't think of it, but that's another issue I resolve at the final hearing once we get through whatever burdens. I don't want to do something today and change my mind later. I won't do that. I'll just punt till the final.
I agree with that. That's fine.
I'm gonna reserve the surname as well for the final hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll put that on my list. Okay. Ms. P.
Are you wanting to be involved in making the decisions for your child?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
And what kind of visitation are you requesting today?
I'm requesting whatever I can get. I don't want just the 2 hours. Mrs. Rodriguez has given me for over 2 hours. She's given to me for a couple times, full length days, more than 2 hours, unsupervised. I don't know why all of a sudden now she wants supervised visitations. It's just a ploy for her. She doesn't want my girlfriend around. So that's what her supervised visitations is all about.
Okay. What day of the week are you, do you have a preference on the day of the week for visitations?
Not really. The supervised visits, I get out of work late sometimes, like 5:30-ish. I know the baby goes to sleep by 8:30. She tries to have her down by 8:30. So I have to run across town to, do this and that. So I don't know. Liz feels comfortable giving her to me on Thursday. Every other time she feels comfortable giving to me in any spot, but just today in front of the courts, she's not comfortable.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Is there a day of the week that is preferable for visitations for you?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Do you work on the weekends?
Some weekends, yes, and some weekends, no.
Is there a day of the week that you don't work?
It's Sundays.
Sundays. Would you be okay with Sunday visitations?
I would be perfectly okay with that.
Okay. Do you have a preference during the day?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Would you be opposed to maybe noon to 2?
I want more than 2 hours. I don't want just 2 hours.
Okay. How long are you requesting?
A day. The full day. The full day.
Okay. 9 hours, 8 hours?
Whatever you consist of a full day. It could be from first thing from 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night in the afternoon. or 5 o'clock, whatever's easier.
Right, you said that your child goes to bed at 8:30. Do you know what time your child wakes up in the morning?
According to Liz, she wakes up early and then she takes a morning nap. She wakes up. She's a child. I mean, she doesn't wake up consistently at one time. I mean, she wakes up at all different times.
Okay. So would maybe like a 10 a.m., 10 to 5 work for you?
That would be great.
Do you have private health insurance available?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is this through your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you a part of a union?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you get your health insurance through the union?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you pay for your health insurance?
As discussed, it doesn't come out of my pocket, but it's provided to me. It's a deduction. It's a line item on my check every week.
And how much how much comes out of your check every week?
Nothing, zero. But it's all my other child support cases. They've always included that as me paying the health insurance, because I pay union dues, I pay union assessments. You know, I pay for it. Nothing is free in this world. I mean, I'm the reason that I have insurance for my whole family, and I pay for it in the back end.
Okay, how much, you said you get credit. How much have you gotten credit for your health insurance?
The shocking twist. She claims he slapped her with the baby.
What do you mean? How much credit have I gotten paid for? I don't get your question.
So you just stated that you have credit on your other child support cases for paying
Yeah,
for the health insurance.
yeah. So it was like 150, and and how much that was a month, and they added that to deduct from the child support.
Okay, so you said $150 a week?
No, it's like 175. How much they gave me credit for the last one.
$175 a week?
Yes. It's a line item on my check.
So $700 a month. Does that
Yes.
sound about right?
Sounds correct.
And this amount doesn't change if your child is added, correct?
No, ma'am, it will not change. It's that much if I have 10, if I have 20 kids, it doesn't matter.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I'm an electrician. I'm a foreman. I manage a construction site that's going up.
Okay, and how much do you get paid doing that?
$39.99.
And do you work at least 40 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you ever work over 40 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you get overtime?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how often do you work? over-
Right now it's been it's consistent. It's been consistently for the past month because I'm at the tail end of this hospital job and we have a lot of things to catch up on. So yes, but not usually. I try not to work overtime.
Okay, how much did you?
But
how
the
much
way, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
How much did you work in this last week?
Oh, the week before I just worked 48 hours.
Okay. And let me see here. I'll go ahead and ask this. Are you comfortable with having your home address, email address, and phone number in the orders today?
No.
Okay, why not?
Because Ms. Rodriguez has shown up to my girlfriend's house unannounced, uninvited, and has tried to be physical with her in the driveway. I have videos of that. So no, I don't feel comfortable with Ms. Rodriguez knowing that anything. She's always saying, I'll go by there. She has literally been by here. She's literally tried to beat up my girlfriend in the driveway. I have
Okay.
videos of that if anybody wants to see those, if we think I'm lying or something like that.
How long ago was that?
That was not even a month ago. I don't know the exact date. It was
It was February 22nd.
February 22nd.
Has there been any other instances of maybe violence between you and Ms. Rodriguez that you'd like to tell the court about?
I'm not going to say anything regarding me and Elizabeth and our past, but it's a two-way street. Mrs. Rodriguez isn't innocent in any way, shape, or form. So that's all I'm going to say to that.
Okay. I'm going to tack on some questions here. If the court orders some visitation today, how do you propose communicating with Ms. Rodriguez?
I don't want to deal with Mrs. Rodriguez. It never ends well. It never ends well between me and her, and I am adult enough to say that. Miss Rodriguez is very childish, as I am. She is very petty, as I am as well. We meet up, something gets said, I'll pop off at my mouth, and so will she. We're both culprits in this, and we just can't get along. She wants to do the whole visitation at a dinner. I mean, like, why can't we just agree at a point where she gets dropped off and I pick her up, where we don't have to see each other? And if at this point in time it's that such of a big deal, that because just on Thursday she met me up with the baby and gave her to me, it was all fine and dandy there, but for some reason today, like I've said, in front of the courts, it's not okay in front of the courts, but outside of the courts, it's okay. It doesn't make sense to me. But my suggestion is, this little center that she's wanting me to get my supervised visits, why can't she drop her off there and I pick her up? If there's a fee, so be it, But I mean, there's ways. There's ways. I don't have to see her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would you be
I think so.
Hold on, Ms. Rodriguez. Would you be opposed to doing a court-ordered communication through app close?
It doesn't work because Ms. Rodriguez, I'm supposed to reply to Ms. Rodriguez within 5 minutes. Ms. Rodriguez doesn't have to reply to me about anything. We get into our arguments about certain other things that I will admit, as a man, that I do question her about other things that don't regard, but even in stuff that regards to doesn't reply, she just likes to leave me hanging. Oh, I'm gonna meet you here for the baby. She doesn't show up. She's had me driving around town that she was going to meet me up with the baby, and she doesn't show up. I have that documented as well. It's always a last minute thing with Mrs. Rodriguez. It's always a last minute, like, oh, either do it right now or you can't. She's literally dropped the baby off with me and my girlfriend plenty of times last minute, and I have to scramble to get the baby, and if I don't, then I'm the bad dad for not getting her very, very, very last minute. It's always a last minute thing with Ms. Rodriguez.
Okay. A couple more questions for you. Do you pay any union dues?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much are those?
I pay $50 a month in union dues and 5% of my check for working assessments.
Can you tell the court a little bit about what those working assessments are?
It's just a percentage of my check that the union gets for being part of the union.
Okay.
I mean, it's very common. I mean, every union does it. I don't know a union that doesn't.
Okay. And it comes out 5% weekly of your paycheck, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Nothing further, Judge.
Have you managed to see a paycheck, Ms. Teague, or not? That hasn't happened yet.
I have not seen one yet.
I can provide one. I left my iPad. I left my iPad at work, and I didn't go to work today, and that has my login for my paycheck. But I will provide as many paycheck stubs as you want.
Okay. How long have you been at that employment, Mr. Campos?
I've been there for since September of last year. No, yes.
So it's a salaried employment. They give you a paycheck. They take out taxes, Social Security, all that stuff.
It's not salaried, it's hourly, but yes, ma'am, they federal income tax, everything, the whole nine, they take everything out.
But since last year, you meant 2024 September, so you haven't been there, but what, 6 months or so?
Yeah, correct. My previous employer I was at for 8 years. I'm no longer there, so I moved over here.
Are you making more here than you were there? Or
I'm making less here.
Okay. Well, if it's reported wages, the state should have access to that as well.
Of course.
I'm not sure I'm going to make it a big deal right now if you haven't even bothered to look it up yet, Ms. Teague, but it's possible there's at least 1 or 2 reported quarters at this point from September to now. Okay.
And we would prefer maybe for final if he would just bring his pay stubs would be best.
And I will. I'll bring it all.
Okay, and also this insurance thing, I'm not sure if giving you, if you're not paying, well, you are paying in union dues. But
I
something
don't-
explain if you really wanting $750 of credit for insurance, which
But they've done it. Hayes
Well,
County
great.
has done it before.
if you have a court order that shows that with your other cases.
Oh, okay,
they
cool.
have findings.
Awesome.
I don't
I
know,
do
is it an AG case, your other
Yes,
case?
ma'am. 1000%. All my cases are AG cases, so it's.
How many do
it's
you
the-
have? More than these 2? This one that I know about and the other one that you told me about?
I have 3.
3? So
Yeah,
there's
can you write this down real quick? I pay $650 a month for one. I pay $1,100 a month for another one, and I pay $900 a month for another one. And then now they want me to pay $700 a month for this one. Like, I don't get how they want me to make a living here.
So there's 4 separate cases with 4 different mothers.
Yes, ma'am. 1000%.
Then you told me about the 3 kids that you do have, or that I know about anyway, other than this child.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Which one is the child support order for them? The 1100 one or something else?
No. It's those 3. Each one has a different case.
Well, that's what I see. I'm sorry. I thought they were all in the same case.
No, ma'am.
So the 14-year-old is which case?
Is it $650 a month?
Okay. And then the 12-year-old?
He's $1,100 a month.
Okay. And then the 2-year-old?
$100 a month.
And have any of those cases, have you told them about the other kids where they credited you and brought, or you haven't gone back to one after you've gotten an order?
Well, the last 2 were pretty close. They were within a year apart. Michaela is telling me that I'm only going to get credit for $1,200 when I'm paying $2,600 a month. And like I said, I'm not embellishing these numbers. Like, she's AG, y'all are AG. Y'all should be able to just look somewhere and be like, oh yeah, he pays
Okay.
this much a month.
Let me stop you. I'm not AG. I'm the
okay.
judiciary. I'm not involved with them. I don't work.
Okay.
They don't work for me. We're totally separate. So
Yes,
whatever
ma'am.
they have, they might have information. If they prosecuted those cases, they would have those orders in their system or whatever, and they could verify that. But don't mix me up with them because it's
100%. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
no, people don't get that. But I want to make it real clear we're not tied together.
Yes, ma'am. So that's what I'm saying. Like, she's like, she's telling me that I'm only going to get credit for $1,200. Like, how does that make sense? Like, how does that make sense?
What we expect is like, okay, I was years old. Did they consider your other kids? And so then that's how they got 900 and you make a lot of money. I haven't heard any numbers, so I don't know. But if the oldest one was the first one, and then you got the second one with credit for 1, and you got the third one with credit for 2, you may be entitled to modification on the second one for credit for 2 instead of 1, and for this one for credit for all those 3. But it requires you to go back to court or tell them or give them
and go back to court and get a lawyer with what money?
No,
With
the
what money?
state provides services. If you didn't properly get credit for one or
Uninvited appearances spark panic, even while she's on the road.
what would work for you?
I would prefer 24 hours.
24 hours, okay.
And again, that's only just,
To
I have 2
cancel.
other kids and I got a plan with them.
That would be fine, okay. By text message. Okay, then
Maybe she had her tubes tied.
I'm gonna order, they agreed to it, I'm gonna order it on a temporary basis, the joint managing conservatorship, mother has primary, the obligation or the right to designate the child's residence. Are you moving out of your parents' house anytime soon, Ms. Rodriguez?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes.
no. And when
Yes.
would that be?
I don't know. I got fired because of Gus, so I gotta
My
see how
God.
that's gonna work. You're more than welcome to call that employer. And
No, I don't want to
they'll
talk
show.
about any of that. That's not what I asked you. What I asked you is, when would you possibly think about moving?
I have to leave prior to having this baby.
But you're not leaving far away, I hope, or you're not planning to leave.
Wherever I find a job.
Okay, for right now, the law allows it. I'm gonna impose it that you can't just pick up and move to wherever you want, including Alaska or Europe or something, that there's a geographic restriction to this county. Y'all are both in Hayes County,
Yes, ma'am.
and any counties that touch
Wait,
Hayes County.
He's not in Hayes County.
Oh, so, I'm sorry.
He's in Travis County.
Okay.
You're in Travis
She
County,
just
sir?
said
Well,
any-
this is the
any
Hayes
county that
County
touch
case,
Hayes
and nobody
County.
tells me anything, so I don't know. You're in Travis County?
Yes. But I'm not planning to move anybody anywhere anytime soon, and I
No,
imagine.
but if you pick up and move, that undoes what is her requirement to be living here.
100%, I agree.
Okay. Hayes and contiguous counties, Hayes in any county that touches or is next to Hayes County, you've got a wide area of several counties if you need to move, Mr. Rodriguez. But during a court case, I'm not gonna let you pick and move wherever you want, because no, you have to come back to court and you have to allow the child to be near the dad, because that's what you have now. So no, you're not gonna pick up and move, at
Thank
least
you,
not
Your
during a
Honor.
temporary order. However, I don't know if I need to put it in there, Ms. Teague, but Mr. Campos, if you, and Travis is contiguous to Hayes, if you pick up and move and leave of this whole area and none of the counties that touch Hayes, then the deal's off, she can move. Just so you know, you can't pick up and go to North Texas and say, oh, King's X, she has to stay where she is, even though I've gone far away. You've undone the thing. You got it?
Yes, ma'am, 100%. It goes both ways. Yes, ma'am, I got it.
Okay, so joint managing conservator, mother has primary, the geographic restriction, and then on the issue of visitation. Well, I haven't heard any argument on child support, have I, Ms. Teague? Why don't you tell me that first?
Okay, his child support based on his testimony. Let me see here. Child support based off of his testimony with a gross of 6,929. That's 39.99 an hour at 40 hours a week is 663 a month. And that does give him credit for the union dues based off testimony and the $700 worth of union health insurance. So that would be 663.
Okay, did you follow those numbers, Mr. Campos?
I have no other choice, right?
Well, your other cases need to be, you need to run to go apply for help on those, is what I'm thinking. You did give credit. What percentage did you use, Ms. Teague, for 3 other children? You used all 3?
Yes, I 14.75%.
Because normally it'd be 20% for one child. So now you can get lower child support for the other ones too. And then you have another one coming.
Supposedly, I don't know that for a fact, and I don't want anybody
Okay.
saying that it's mine because I don't know.
An alleged child, yes.
Supposedly.
Yes, legally it's alleged. Okay, so you're gonna have to
I
figure.
have a question about past medical bills.
No, not for today. We're doing a temporary order. I'm not gonna take up a whole.
Not for today, ma'am.
Mr. Campos, do you really have to repeat what I say? I don't think I need anybody repeating what I say as part of this discussion. What I'm trying to tell you is you can't control yourself either, both of you. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you need to learn how to do it. You didn't use any overtime, Ms. Teague?
I did not. I just used it at 40 hours a week, considering he doesn't always do overtime.
Yeah.
And I don't have any pay stubs to base it
Then
off of.
yes, then I guess what I can do is just round it down. I'm going to do $650 a month on temporary orders for
Okay.
the child starting April 1st.
April 1st, Judge.
And then the insurance provisions, mother, you know, if you want me to consider the insurance that you have, Mr. Campos, and it might be good insurance, and it really costs you that much, you need to bring all that proof. Mr. Rodriguez, the children are on Medicaid right now, and you qualify for it? The child is?
I believe she's still on Medicaid. I just she got grandfathered in from when I had her. And as far as renewal, I'm not sure how that worked.
When are you up for renewal?
Her concerns echo fear, insisting safety must come before access.
I'm not too sure. She had a doctor's appointment, like her yearly checkup, about 2 weeks ago, and they didn't say anything as far as she wasn't covered.
No, they would have said something if she wasn't covered.
I figured, so I just let it go.
Do you still show, well, I don't know if you can tell me that, Ms. Teague. What are you recommending as far as insurance provisions?
Because Mr. Campos has the private health insurance through the union, I think that's what I'm going to be requesting, as far as the state's concerned.
Why would we do it any other way?
Because there's government program involved and I need to figure out which one it is so I can order that. Does that help you? Do I need to explain that to you, Mr. Campos?
Well, no, like
You want to do it? I
I'm-
didn't hear you were offering it. I just heard that you might have it.
No, I'm offering my insurance. I want the
Fine.
baby on my insurance. All my other kids are on my insurance. I want my
Heard it,
insurance.
heard it. I just needed a yes or no. Ms. Teague, you're recommending that then the father's insurance?
Yes, Judge.
And does it cover dental too? Did you know? Do you know?
Yes,
No.
dental and vision.
Okay.
Can
Well,
I
I was
look
not
it up?
aware.
I have her card right here. Can I look it up really quick to see if she's renewed or not? Because I don't know if it automatically renewed. Or is she okay having double insurance?
What's going to happen if I order him to have it, then it would be his the primary, and if you qualify for Medicaid, they might be the secondary. So no,
Okay, that's fine.
don't tell me anything. He's going to carry it through his employment. And then this is a temporary. It can be changed at the final if something different happens. And then, okay, we're not doing retro. The visitation, I'm down to that. I am going to do weekly visits. No,
And Judge, I do want to,
yes, ma'am, what?
beginning of the hearing, Mr. Campos still does have that pending criminal charge, where Ms. Rodriguez is involved, as a victim.
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
I heard their testimony different, so I'm not with the state on this one. You don't take a position.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
on
Your
the
Honor.
visits. So that she can have some Sundays, Mr. Campos, if I did every other Sunday or first, third, and fifth Sundays, do you want a couple hours on Thursdays or some other day that you can have her?
I can't have her every Sunday.
Ms. Rodriguez, are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
Oh,
you never know
awesome.
till you ask. Okay, so every Sunday, but I am going to make it from 10 to 6 without supervision. If something bad happens, it's going to be on your dime, Mr. Campos. And if something bad happens while the child's with you and she has to call CPS, she has to call the cops, she has to do something.
Your Honor, that is my daughter you're talking. That's my
I
daughter that you're
get that,
talking
Mr.
about. That's my
Campos, but
daughter.
I don't know anything else about you. I don't
Okay,
want
has
to go
anything
into
else
this.
happened regarding my daughter?
Don't ask me questions. I'm not answering them. I'm telling you that you're hearing it from me. You're gonna be under the microscope.
Okay, I'm
Going
just
out on a limb for you. I am going out on a limb for you by not ordering supervision over the mother's request. So get that. I'm just telling you, no, you can't argue with me. You're muted. I cannot hear you. You need to be listening because it's my time to talk. I want to finish this order and get back to a bunch of other cases. Is that you are getting weekly visits without supervision. You should be thanking me, not arguing with me and questioning me. Got it, got it. So you can also thank Ms. Rodriguez for that too. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. without supervision. And now I need to figure out the exchanges. Did you figure that out in your time talking to them, Ms. Teague? Is there some place that they can meet up? Or do I have to spend?
No, Judge, I did not.
Well, why don't you question them? I'm gonna stop talking for a minute. You question him on what would be the good place to meet up in a public place, or if he can't go to her house and she can't go to his.
Okay. And I do realize I'm going to preface this that, Mr. Campos lives in Travis County and Miss Rodriguez lives in Hayes. Don't say your email or your home addresses out loud. We'll try to find somewhere in the middle. I'm going to start with Miss Rodriguez. Do you have a preference on somewhere we can do or you can do visitations?
So I just want to, just so that we're clear. Yes, I am giving the baby to her. They are unsupervised. Now you're asking about the drop off and the pickup, correct?
Correct.
Um,
Maybe a
honestly-
public, like a public place inside.
It doesn't have to be that crazy. It doesn't
Hold on,
have to
Mr.
be.
Campos. I'm going to talk to Miss Rodriguez first.
Okay, and somebody does have to drive him to pick her up and drop her off, correct?
The order will state that he has to have a valid driver's license to be driving to pick up the child, or must find transportation.
Can we just do the Buda HEB if that's okay? It's kind of in the middle.
Why don't you?
Mr.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Judge.
go ahead and question him on that. He seems to have a common sense solution, so let's hear it.
Okay,
I
Mr.
won't-
Campos.
I'm
Mr.
not
Campos,
arguing. Go ahead. Sorry.
does the HEB in Buda work for you?
Perfect.
Okay. I will get the address from you guys off of streaming. Okay.
Uh, Liz knows where I live. I know where Liz lives. I mean, there's no reason to even question any of that. But we're not going to do it streaming. I get it 1000%. It is if it's on this visitation. I know we talk with the judge every Sunday. Does Mrs. Rodriguez want me to get her one Thursday, have her pretty late on a Thursday, and like we can switch off Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday. I'm just asking her because I know Thursdays is her days without her girl and time to decompress.
No, that's what I was gonna do, but you said, why can't I have the child every Sunday? So now you have more time on Sundays without supervision, without driving around a second time to meet her.
I
So
was just
why?
trying because Ms. Rodriguez
don't-
and she's alone on Thursdays, so she doesn't have any kids. I'm just doing it for her if she wants to or
Why
not. 'Cause
don't
I know
you
that's a big
do
deal.
that on your own instead of spending more time with me trying to figure out the details of Thursdays and if they're okay and when and what and where and all that? You all have the right to do that. If y'all can communicate, you should.
Okay.
If you can't talk,
okay.
don't talk, text.
Okay.
You can't use app close, think of something else you can use. I don't know what, unless you tell me I can't put in a court order. You've already said app close won't work. And so all I have is you all texting each other.
So can you in the agreement is going to say every Sunday unless something else is agreed on, correct?
The order states that for visitation, that subject to what is ordered, if you agree to something different, you all are allowed to do it. And failing
Thank you, ma'am.
full
Thank you, ma'am.
agreement, then this is what you're required to do or what you're allowed to do. And if you don't show up, you don't show up. Keep calendars so that I know that you're both on the same page of how many times you were late, how many times you showed up, and when you were back on time, or how many times you canceled. I need to know all that. So both of you keep calendars. You
Yes,
cancel
ma'am.
24 hours in advance. You exchanges at the Buda HEB. What else was I thinking? I did say co-parenting classes. I'm making that part of the order, and that would be online.
Oh, parenting classes.
He fights for full unsupervised days, challenging her credibility.
Co-parenting classes, they have them online. If you don't know, call just online. I know there's co-parenting classes that are recommended by domestic relations offices from different counties. They do it already. They've been doing it for decades. So you can find something that's affordable and that you can work in. They might be 6 weeks, they might be 12 weeks or whatever, but do it. Just do something that start it. I think it might help. That's what they're there for. And maybe we won't have these problems for the final hearing or for the next child, if it's yours, Mr. Campos. Okay, was there any other restrictions or things that you can think of on the visitation, Ms. Teague?
No, Judge, I think we got it all.
Yeah, the communication by text message and the 24 hours advance notice to cancel. Otherwise, he'll be there. And then the co-parenting class. Okay, I will order I already said of the child support. I covered all that already. I'm not going to repeat anything. Is there anything I left out, Ms. Teague? The reset date?
Yes, and I do have some dates. I believe you said you wanted to come back after his criminal case sentencing, so dates for that would be May 15th on Zoom or maybe May 22nd in person.
March, April, May. Why don't we go the further 3 months, because then it's going to be another several months before the child's born and we're going to come back.
Okay.
April, May, June.
In July.
Oh, I keep thinking September, but the child's gonna be born in July, right?
Yes. July 18th is the due date, Judge.
Then, yeah, let's come in June. So I can check, keep tabs on it and then order something different then. You have 3 days in June. Is anybody on vacation in June that you know of for any of the Thursdays in June? Mr. Campos, you go anywhere regularly in June?
No, ma'am.
You can plan around a court date, Ms. Rodriguez?
The only time I will be out of town in June is June 19th through the 22nd.
That's Juneteenth, weekend wraparound, okay. I've got court dates on June 5th, 12th, and 26th. but probably 5th and 12th are the better ones. Anything with June 12th? You okay with June 12th, Ms. Campos?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You too, Ms. Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
June
So, but
12th.
all this one is gonna be is just a check-in, right? You're not gonna finalize anything till this
No, I
11th
don't
check.
think I
I'll
can
just get to
finalize it. Yeah, if I need to tweak the visitation, if I find
Oh,
if
okay.
different evidence on your income, if I could probably tweak that. If the insurance, something went wrong, I need to look at those. I can look at all those things
Perfect.
again.
That's even better. I'll be better prepared next time with all my
Correct.
paycheck
That's
stubs
the
and all that.
point.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the point. And you need to make phone calls to the, not phone calls, just to get online and apply for modification. Okay, June 12th at 8:30 is your court date. It is by Zoom. It's the same Zoom ID, so you're on legal notice for that next court date. It will be in writing. They're going to send you a copy of this proposed order. It's going to come in from the Texas office to the Attorney General to your email addresses that you have on file with the state. So check for anything from that byline Texas Office of the Attorney General. That's this order. Consider that priority homework. Consider you open it, look at it, review it, sign it. If you don't sign it, it doesn't matter. It is my order. I'm rendering it today, partly by agreement with between you all and mostly by ruling by the court, but it becomes my order. So I give you the courtesy of reviewing it and making sure there's no errors or that you understand everything or that they got that wrong or whatever, because you see it before I do. And if you call the state and discuss any issues, you can do that. But if 1 week from today, today's the 20th. By next Thursday, I'll be signing it. If you haven't signed it yourself, turned it in earlier, or call the AG and made arrangements with them by Wednesday of next week. By Wednesday, if you haven't done anything, I'll get it on Thursday and sign it without y'all, just so you're aware. You're still on legal notice, whether you sign the order or not. I'm putting you on legal notice. You're in court under oath on the record, so you can't say this didn't happen or I don't remember what she said. It's gonna be in writing, and I'm gonna review it myself too to make sure it's accurate. You have any questions, Mr. Campos?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Rodriguez?
No, ma'am.
I need you all to figure out how to calm the heck out and talk to each other. If you do that, great. Next time might be better. I don't want it to be the same way it was today. And if you have witnesses or anything else you want to present, you bring it. Otherwise, I don't get to hear it. And if there's nothing further, Ms. Teague?
No, but I do just want to read your ruling real quick just to make sure I've got everything. We're doing joint managing conservatorship with Hayes and contiguous, co-parenting classes online for both parents, weekly visitations Sunday 10 to 6, not supervised. Dad either has to have a valid driver license or transportation to those visits to the HEB.
Conflicting stories clash, leaving the judge with a messy standoff. And that wraps up this case. Don't forget to subscribe,